What the fuck is up, grandmother fucking rising? It's so beautiful out here. I'm so grateful. I am always so grateful for the sun because it just levels up everything I do. Like, I will still be consistent when it's gray out. You know, I'll still stick to my routine. But when it's sunny out, it's so much easier to do what I gotta do. That's why I love living in sunny places. So, But here we are. I really needed a few days to just like follow my highest excitement. I was really, really pushing myself to do this every single day without missing a day. And I'm proud of myself for doing that. And I seen myself on the days that I didn't feel like doing it. It wasn't my highest excitement. I didn't know what to say. And I come on here and I don't speak as high quality. I don't share from a space that I would prefer to share in. But I'm just like, whatever, I need to be consistent anyways. And it's like, I'm proud of myself for sticking to the habit of coming on here and speaking. But I would much rather just take a few days to get my shit together and do some more internal work and do my highest excitements. And then come on here from a space like, oh my gosh, the wind. The wind keeps pushing it. Here we go. Just do this right here. Okay. Got the Hello Kitty drip on as usual. But yeah, I would much rather take a few days to follow my highest excitement, do some more internal work, and then come on here in a much higher quality way. I think I would provide a lot more value if I still showed up consistently, but it was just a little bit more spaced out as needed while I'm doing internal work, because I gotta admit, I'm healing from a lot of recent shit. And I want to say, like, there's so many conflicting beliefs. Like, I want to say, like, oh, if I speak that I'm already healed, I'll speak more of that into existence. But I also don't want to lie about the fact that it has real life taken me some time to recover from how far I went backwards in my journey. Not in my journey. I feel like in my mental state, I did go pretty far back. And if you know me, it was obvious. If you don't know me, maybe it wasn't so much, because I still always managed to find a way to show up on social media in a more put together way. So, but if you know, you know. Not really going to talk about it. Don't need to be bringing those into the present because I'm creating better. But all I'm going to say is I don't find myself being able to move yet in a state where I can just do this in this state every single day. There are some days I literally need to follow my highest excitement, and that is meditating for 2 hours like I did yesterday. I created content, but it was in a different way. It wasn't like this. It was like I was DJing. I didn't speak. I just followed my highest excitement, and you know, I like to escape through music. So sometimes that's what me showing up on the camera looks like, because I feel like I can always find a way to show up on camera. Oh, and I did a cooking video on my Instagram. So it's like no real trying to speak from any type of wisdom or knowing or trying to share this good energy. Sometimes the best way I can share great energy is through speaking less, you know, music, cooking, just dressing up, doing my makeup, sharing energy in that way. So I feel like I have an abundance of energy to share. Always, we all do, I think it just shows up for everybody in a different way, and we shouldn't judge it, because that's definitely what I was doing. I was definitely judging myself at first, but I am proud of myself because I still have been consistent with showing up on camera, so really grateful for that. One thing I was going to share today, I don't know why I felt called to share this, but I want to share the power of breathwork. I never prioritized that until recently. It is so powerful. It almost feels like if I don't do that first before meditation, I don't get the effects of the meditation as I don't get the potent effects of meditation that you can receive. As soon as I woke up today, like I don't even care if I don't sound enlightened or whatever the fuck. As soon as I woke up today, anxiety. My mind started. The fuck? I don't even know what I was thinking about. But as soon as I woke up, negativity in my mind, spiraling already. My heart's beating all fast. I'm like, bruh, I just woke up. I didn't even do anything yet. And like my body has this remembrance of all this fucking shit. So if I would have chose to move in that state and not actively change it or make myself do the breath work and the meditation, I don't think I'd be talking on camera right now. And I don't think I'd be feeling as good as I do right now. I was so excited to come speak on camera, but like for the past few days I have not been. There was no type of excitement. There was just like, that's something I gotta do, I guess. I don't know what to say. But yeah, so what I did was I found a breathwork video, guided breathwork, so powerful. And then it was so easy then to sit still. Nothing was pulling at me. My mind was finally just quiet. And even when a thought did come up, my body was still in peace. And that is just so beautiful for me because I'm so used to my mind taking over my emotions, my mind and emotions just out of control. So I bring control in when I literally in my mind, I was like, you know what? I feel like I know what self-love means more than ever than before. I know I could be better with it, but I feel like more than ever before, I can feel the love because I don't feel like doing a lot of things I do on the day-to-day. But because I love myself and my body, and a lot of times I do know better than what my body is remembering, I will push myself to do things and then end up feeling great after, and then end up days later feeling really proud of myself and having the effects in my body and mind from making myself do that thing out of the self-love. So it's so beautiful, and I wanted to share that. You're not alone. You don't have to do this alone. I always felt pressure to do all these things alone. Like for example, like I never used to do guided breathworks or guided meditations. I used to just make myself sit there and maybe listen to like, the most I'd listen to on YouTube was like singing bowls or some type of frequency, and I would just sit there. But guided meditations and guided breathworks, having someone kind of hold your hand, because it's like, if you know, you know. You know, for the people that know, meditation is life-changing. You know, most people are running around in circles because they're not thinking straight. They don't have control over their mind and emotions and body. But when you meditate, you kind of gain control. You kind of have more control over your life. Like, no, I'm going to push my life towards this direction, and I'm not going to let my fucking body and subconscious programs and my nervous system get in the way. So you take control first thing in the morning, as soon as your body wants to, do all that shit. And now, when I do things, there's not turmoil and internal shit trying to pull me every which direction. I know that these actions consistently will take me down the path I want to see for my life. And when I don't meditate and I always operate from those anxious states, I won't get the divine downloads. Like, it wasn't until after I did the breath work where I had the inspiration to come on here and talk about this. If I wouldn't have done the breath work and I would have been in an anxious state, I would have started my day without meditation or breath work and then just been in a weird fucking state, would have made breakfast out of that state and just would have started the day just shit. But when I fucking did the breath work, the shit cleared. All of a sudden, the first thing in my mind, it was so strong, make a video. And I was like, yes, I love when I could come on here from a state of true divine, I think it's divine inspiration, divine inspiration. I'm trying to think of the phrase. What did they say? Divine action? When you do something, inspired action. Yeah, I think that's what I'm trying to say. Inspired action. I'm truly showing up in a state where this was an inspired action. This manifestation, physical reality I'm experiencing right now on this camera came from me doing the spiritual and body and mental self-care of taking some deep breath. It wasn't just deep breath. It wasn't just like, it was not just that. It was like, it was this whole guided breath work. It was like just that over and over. And then we would breathe in and hold it for a little bit. And then for like 1 minute, breathe out. And then we did that over and over and over again. And then I just was like, oh, just feeling so good and at peace. Oh my gosh. I also want to say, like, this is temporary, okay? I don't feel like I'm always gonna have to depend on that practice for just basic sanity to operate in my day-to-day and tackle my goals, but this is what it looks like right now. And I guess this is my message to say, don't judge yourself. Whatever you gotta do. I mean, I was in a state where, I was taking, even now, I'm taking sleep meds. I didn't want to depend on medication again, but here I am, taking sleep meds because it really helps. And if I don't get a full sleep throughout the night, I don't get to show up like this. So it's like, whatever you gotta do that is not ridiculous, okay? You know, like, for example, I don't know if I could say that on here. The stuff, man, so addicting. I only tried it like one time. Will never do it again. Highly addicting. I only tried it a couple times, and she was really addicting. And I loved it because I just told you, I have sleep issues, I have energy issues. Sometimes it's really hard to be I'm always tired. So going to that shit I was like, oh my God, I could do anything. Like, nothing will be in my way now, but there's a downfall. Now, you don't want to get involved with that shit. It's not just addicting, but it causes these energy highs and lows and crashes, and it's really hard to recover from if you're really in that shit long term. I've seen the long term effects of it. It's not pretty, and so when I say do anything for success, I don't mean on that level. I hope you understand that. I mean, like, whatever within reason, like, healthy, whatever you gotta do it. If it's counseling, if it's some medication temporarily, if it's guided breath work, guided meditation, if you need to go on a retreat, if you need to like vent to a friend or talk to family. I think we're hesitant to reach out to our closest people sometimes. I know I am. I know not everyone behind this camera is like that, but I know I'm like that. The last thing I will do is call up my friends and family to vent or something or get some advice. I used to do that. I never really used to do that. Not enough. There was times where I really should have, and I would have avoided some dumbass shit if I would have just called up a family member and be like, hey, can I just be vulnerable right now? I just kind of need a listening ear. That's so scary for me. Even now when I talk about it, I'm like, oof, I'm still working on that. Being vulnerable too. Like, yeah, so I have a counselor. You gotta be careful too. You don't want to do that with everybody. You know, you have discernment. You can't always do that with everybody. You can't always be vulnerable like that to everybody. They'll either use it against you, or you're better off sometimes just journaling or maybe talking to the camera like I'm doing. Like, there is a way to get it out. There's a way to get it out. Whatever energy is getting in your fucking way, there is a healthy way to get it out. I'm telling you there is. I think that's another message I want to share. Whatever's getting in your way right now, there is a healthy and constructive way to remove it. You don't have to do drugs. You don't have to do violence. You don't have to do no dumb shit. Like, there is a way. If you care to be healthy and good as in, like, what do I mean by good? Because who's to say what's good? Who's to say what's normal? I mean for you and your heart. That's all I mean. Your inner calling, your heart, whatever feels right for you, there's a healthy way to make it all happen. The last thing we need, I think, is more violence, more addiction, more vices. God. But we have tools, and I don't think we need them forever. But in this state that I'm in right now, I've had to utilize a lot of tools recently, and I'm just so grateful that they're available. And I encourage you, whatever that looks like for you, to make it happen. Maybe something you've been more resistant towards, like me. Like, it's been years since I've been in counseling because I was just like, counseling doesn't work for me. There is a constructive way to go into counseling and get what you need out of it, because there's also a way you could treat counseling where you don't get anything out of it, where you're just like venting and venting and venting. But there's a way to come to your counselor and to vent and come back and come to your counselor and go up, progress forward. But anyways, I'm not trying to ramble. My point is that this is where I'm at. I'm so happy that there are tools that work for me. And I guess I want to encourage you to find your tools so you can show up in the way that makes you proud, not anyone else chasing validation for anyone else. What would make you proud? And what do you need to do for yourself to show up in that unapologetically or a little easier? Because it is just so much easier to, like I said, just like with the sun, it's so much easier for me to be consistent when the sun is out. So if I can move to a sunny state and I know that I'm gonna operate great, that's what I'm gonna do. And that's what I've done many times. If I need to take a big jump like that, because I know that I will show up the best in my, my passions, I'm gonna do it. What does that look like for you? That's all I'm asking. Comment that below. Is it moving to Florida? I moved there for a little bit. Is it taking the first step to try counseling again? Is it taking the first step to see about medicine? I know there's so many, oh my gosh. There's so much negative talk about meds and things and the pharmaceutical industry. Like, at the end of the day, it's all tools. There's so much research. We are in a very elevated and there's so much technology. Like, the tools are there, and if you're not utilizing them, I don't know what to tell you. So I love y'all, and yes, I will see you in the next video, whatever that looks like. I don't know. No crazy structure right now. This is just what it looks like right now, so you know what to expect. See ya.